in what she called her limited body, but her unlimited mind and her unlimited connection with spirit. And when things weren't going well for her and she was facing her illness, she talked to her body and said, I'm sorry that I have done anything that might have brought this on, but I'm now understanding what it's about, and I'm going to take care of myself and care about myself. Another thing is, when we have compassion, we can realize that fear is a natural human response. It's important to allow ourselves to feel the emotion of fear without being overwhelmed by it or judging ourselves. The third thing, so we've talked about curiosity and then compassion for what is going on, and then courage. That's the next step. That's the part that challenges me. Maybe it challenges some of you too. To have the courage. Courage. When something wonderful happens, instead of turning away from the things that make us fearful, we can begin moving toward them instead. That takes remarkable courage. I believe we all have that courage, and we can find it and use it. We don't have to close ourselves off. It'd be really easy sometimes, wouldn't it, to just go, I'm going home, I'm shutting the door, I'm having a cup of coffee or a beer or whatever it takes, and I'm not facing. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to stay there. And for most people that lasts, about 24 hours? Then you have to get out. You can't live in this space forever. We don't have to close ourselves off from the things that we're uncertain about. Eleanor Roosevelt said, learn to look fear in the face. And when you do, you will surely find that beautiful things start to happen. That is why you must do the thing you think you cannot do. Embrace it. You are not a robot. Though I have to say don't we have to say on our computers every once in a while that we're not robots? Like they don't believe it? They don't believe this? I'm on that computer and anyway, that's artificial intelligence, and we'll go that way some other time. Okay. She says, embrace it. You are not a robot or a superhuman. Consider the decisions and the responsibilities and the risks you face every day. Your fear is a normal response, so embrace it. When you think positively about fear, it becomes a driving force instead of a weakness. A driving force. It gets us out of the way of the lion and the tiger and the barking dog. It'll do that. But instead of a weakness, we can move on to the richness of what dwells inside of us. Choose, she says, analysis over paralysis. Paralysis comes first. I'll have to admit that. Paralysis sometimes comes first. But we can analyze it and think rationally. Now, each of us is an individual. So how we do the work to have the courage, how we proceed from this point is going to be different for every one of us. So have you ever thought, or have you ever heard somebody, or anyway, have you ever said to yourself, oh, why did you do that? Surely you knew better, or said it to yourself. I say that to myself, oh, Sherry, good grief, what did you do again this time? You did it again, girl. But I don't need that. We don't need that either. We do not need that. Because being challenged is healthy. It helps us to grow. That's why we have a Unity Church. For years and years and years, people have been challenged by their lives. The Fillmores were challenged, and we came into being as a center of a place where we can go to be together and to deal with those things. The last thing one of the last things I want to suggest is find support. This also came from Eleanor Roosevelt, only I rephrased it a little. Find support in your network. Everything is less scary with friends by your side. Always. Find trusted colleagues, find advisors, find someone that you can say, I need you right now. And don't be afraid to do that. Can you pray with me? Can you be with me? Can you walk with me? Will you? Because right now, the friendship means so much to me, and I would like to have you walk with me, if at all possible. And together, we can solve this and make the world a better place just by being together in spirit. I hope that in your hearts that you know somebody that you can go to, somebody that you can call on, someone that can take your arm when it feels a little shaky. And I also know that you are capable of being, and we are all capable of being that too for someone else. I got a lot from Eleanor Roosevelt. I really would have liked to know that lady. But she says, business leaders struggle with fear. Don't panic. Look closely. It probably isn't quite as scary as you think. Maybe the root cause of your fear is lack of confidence in yourself. Pretty good. So last week, Inga talked about a spiritual toolbox. And so I'm kind of I'm hoping this will help create a little fear toolbox, okay? The first thing you do, and I believe this because this works for me all the time, you grab a chocolate chip cookie. Or a cookie of your choice. You grab that right first and get it in your hand. And go to Starbucks, wherever it is. They're always expensive, but they're worth it. And then put your hands together literally and give gratitude while you're munching for all the things in your life, all the ways that you are blessed. Then get a friend, get 2 cookies, because then you have one, because you have to have that. You're going to have the friend come sit with you so they can have a cookie too. Ask that friend to give you a hug and help you see the light. Have someone pray with you and for you. We have wonderful chaplains in this church, wonderful people who aren't chaplains who are also very, very good at the prayer work. Affirm the wisdom that is already inside of you. Spend time in thought. You know, sometimes I do that for hours. I go to a park and I just get nothing done for 2 hours except enjoy the park. And out of that, clarity comes for me. We have Silent Unity. You can call Silent Unity. It's 1-800-NOW-PRAY. Okay, now pray. But bottom line, trust that you know the answer. It will be revealed, you knew it, and act on it. And when you have put your hands together in gratitude, found a friend to talk to, lifted your head and asked Spirit to guide you, have someone pray with you, have affirmed the wisdom already inside of you, and given thanks for that, spent some time in thought, called Silent Unity or a friend, affirm that you know the answer inside of you and it will be revealed and you can trust it, then you go and you buy another chocolate chip cookie. Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that we should fear, but fear that we never begin to live." Have fun, Kitty. I learned a lot from you, too. All right, God bless, and let us move now out of fear of getting down off of this platform and looking silly And let's get on to our next most wonderful special music. Thank you.